here at the glass. So you guys are going to see all four of our whales up close, interacting with their trainers. We're going to go ahead and show you guys all the different types of sessions, including play, that we do here at SeaWorld every day. Take it away.
One of the most important parts of our job is making sure that no 2 days are exactly alike for our killer whales. The best way that we can ensure this type of variability is by utilizing an acronym called helpers. Each of the letters inside of helpers represents a different type of session that we can do with whales. For example, H stands for husbandry. Now husbandry is arguably the most important letter in helpers because it revolves around the animal's health care and well-being. For positive reinforcement, we can ask a variety of different behaviors to maintain their health care. For example, we can do a full body examination, get their body temperature every single day. Exercise is just as important for our killer whales as it is for you and I to stay physically fit. All of those incredible high-energy behaviors that you see in our Orca encounter presentations, for example, are actually all really important to help keep our whales physically fit. All of those bows, spy hopping, tail whipping, and focusing behaviors that you see all aid in the physical shape of our killer whales. Learning sessions are my personal favorite because this is where we get to actively engage and train all of the amazing behaviors that you see in all of our different types of presentations. These animals are highly intelligent and not only need physical stimulation, but lots of mental stimulation as well. Every interaction with our whales is an opportunity for them to learn something new, and it's up to us to keep their brains active and stimulated throughout the day. Play and enrichment go hand in hand. It can not only be reinforcing for our whales, but also for us as their trainers. This is a great way for us to build that relationship and have lots of fun together. Playtime sessions can involve giant whale-sized toys, novel enrichment, and even live fish that we can put into their habitat for the whales to enjoy. Relay sessions are one-on-one personal time and moments between the whales and their trainers. Relay sessions can look different for each whale and every trainer. Spending quality time with our whales is a great way to build a trusted relationship and provide world-class care to our family of killer whales. Finally, the S stands for scientific research studies. Several of our animals have been active participants in many different research studies that are either their wild counterparts out in the open ocean. The whales are currently participating in cardiovascular studies, a lung health study, as well as a hearing study that focuses on reducing noise pollution out in the open ocean. Not only are these studies great for conservation, but are great cognitive challenges for the animals. The HELPERS acronym allows us to make sure that every day is fun and different for our amazing family of killer whales.
Now that we've learned about all the different types of sessions we do here at SeaWorld every day, we're going to give you guys an inside look into a husbandry, or what we call healthcare session, with one of our whales. We're going to go ahead and highlight Ikaika here. Ikaika is our largest killer whale at over 10,000 pounds, about 22 feet long. He's about the size of a school bus. But today we're going to ask him to drink water. This is a novel behavior because killer whales, believe it or not, this is a weird concept, they actually don't drink anything. Killer whales, dolphins, they don't drink any water at all. It looks like they're swimming in blue Gatorade, nothing at all. They live in salt water, really weird concept, they don't drink anything. So they get all the hydration that they need from the things that they eat. So for the kids, it's kind of like thinking about sucking the water out of the things they're eating, so out of that fish. But for our whales, we can check their hydration levels through their blood and different measurements. So we can give these guys supplemental water to make sure they're nice and healthy and hydrated. So Ike here is learning a water pour, since it's not really super innate for these guys to swallow water. She's gonna add some ice cubes. Ice cubes are one of Ike's favorite things in the whole world. So he will gladly eat an ice cube. So we're gonna mix the ice cubes with the water to get them to swallow. Right down the hatch. Very nice, Ike. Now you'll notice they have 40 to 60 ice cream cone shaped teeth. But when we're giving them water and we're giving them fish, they actually don't use those teeth for chewing. They don't chew their food at all. They don't have the same gag reflex as we do. So they can just swallow those big salmons whole. It's like eating a little Tic Tac for them. So without that gag reflex, drinking that water and eating this giant old salmon, he can just swallow that whole. He'll probably chew it a little bit. He likes to bite it. But right down the hatch, he's done. This is really helpful because they don't want to have to spend valuable time chewing every single piece of their food when other food's getting away. So they want to be able to grab food, eat it right away, and keep on eating. So excellent job, Ike. He did an excellent job with his water pour. This is one of his new behaviors that he's learning. We're going to show you guys another behavior. This one is called a blow play or a chuff. Now we call it a chuff because he is going to blow really, really hard out of that blowhole. They don't breathe out of their mouth at all. All the air is coming in and out of the blowhole. So we're going to ask all the whales to line up along the glass. We're going to bring this Petri dish right on down over to Ike. Ella is going to ask Ike to breathe on command. So she's going to take 2 fingers, put it right on his back, and then hopefully he doesn't blow off this microphone or the Petri dish. Very nice. So, basically like when we take a COVID test, we're going to get all that saliva. They don't really have the same saliva as we do, so we can take this Petri dish, give it to the vets, and then we can see if any of the whales are sick. We can also see what looks like a normal Petri dish or a normal killer whale. This is helping their wild counterparts because when we see killer whales out in the wild, we can put a Petri dish on the bottom of a drone. And we can fly that drone over the whales, and then when they take a breath, we can also capture the wild killer whales on a Petri dish as well and compare it to our whales to see what wild killer whales' health is like as well. So very good job, Ike. Can we get one more round of applause for Ike and Ella? Very nice. So all these behaviors are really cool. It's one of the most important things that we train for. But one of my personal favorites is a learn session. So we teach the whales how to do all these cool healthcare behaviors through the L in helpers, which is learn. So we're going to take a little watch at a video explaining exactly how we get the whales to learn new things.
One of the most common questions we get asked here at Orca Encounter is, how do you train a killer whale? Well, here at SeaWorld, we're using positive reinforcement training techniques to shape and train behavior. What that looks like is we're always asking the whales a question, and they can say yes or no. So all our presentations and sessions are entirely voluntary. Almost all behaviors you'll see today are created by the whales themselves. We then add a hand signal to have the whales do that specific behavior when asked. Each hand signal correlates to one specific behavior. For example, when training the whales a jump, or what we call a bow, the hand signal for that behavior is a check mark across our body, looking like this. When we first begin training that behavior, we have the whales touch the end of their face, hold their rostrum to the target. We then have the target pull higher and higher out of the water until eventually all they need is the hand signal. Check it out.
Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and take a deeper dive into learn, and you guys are going to get to watch a new behavior that Shouka is learning. This one is called a fling, and she is literally going to fling water over here in our third section. So everyone wave hi to section number 3. Yep, that's you guys. Guy in the red shirt, black hat, he's looking around. Yep, that's you. Standing right behind Ashley, she's holding that giant pole. We are going to ask Shouka to go ahead and leave Hunter and go on her back straight toward Ashley and fling that entire section with water. So we're going to do this in baby steps. So first, Hunter is asking Shouka to leave ventrally. So she wants her to just straight back up. She already knows that behavior. She's going to back up toward the center. Now Hunter's going to ask her, hey, can you back up and do that same thing towards section 3? So she's mimicking Hunter. Hunter's going to ask her to go back, go back, go back. She already knows those behaviors, so we're building on these baby steps of things she already knows. So when you're teaching a kid how to read, first you teach them the alphabet, so you teach them those letters. This is like a little letter for Shouka. She knows how to mimic us and just go back. Now we're going to teach her a word, so we ask you to go back on her back, putting these steps together until eventually we're going to put it all together in a sentence. Hunter's going to ask her to mimic, go back. Ashley's going to ask her to go right here and flip that water. She's going to, here's going to 3, 2, 1. Very nice, Shouka. Good job. Hunter's going to hook her up for that. Hunter blew this high-pitched whistle right when she flung the water. That lets her know, great job. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Come on back and get rewards. You want to go one more time? You're going to leave it there. The infamous one more. All right, section 3. Here we go again. Let's see if she can put it together. Let's count them down in 3, 2, and 1. Very nice, guys. So that is a little bit into an inside look at how we would train the whales to splash you guys. And that's how we can get them to ask them to go to certain sections. So if you ever see our 6 o'clock presentation of Orca Encounter, and we're like aiming for a certain section, the whales know which section they're supposed to go to based on what we're asking. Now the whales also think it's really fun. They created this behavior to splash you guys when you're out here. They really think it's fun to splash guests. So that's one of their favorite things to do during their presentation. Now we're going to go ahead and show you guys a cool aerial behavior with Corky. Now again, Corky is 60 years old. That is very impressive for a killer whale. But she is still one of the highest flying whales that we have. She always gives 100% to every single thing that she does. So she's working with my friend Samantha on stage. Guys, look over here to our left-hand side of the pool. She's going to be doing a small jump, what we call a bow. Here she comes. 3, 2, 1. Now, Sam would like her to do that same behavior, but in the very center of the pool. So this is going to be a new behavior. We call it a center bow parallel to the stage. So we can always ask the whales to go to different parts of stage or in their habitat. Sam's going to ask her to put that together, so she wants her to do that specific jump. Instead of a back dive or a front flip or something like that, we're asking her to do that specific jump. So again, baby steps. First we're asking a small jump, and then we're going to ask her to do a small jump right over here on the right-hand side, and then we're going to put it all together. So here she comes over here to our right-hand side. 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to put it all together. So she's going to do a small jump over here, and then hopefully a really big jump right in the center. So Sam's been working on this for only a couple months, and she's already got the hang of it. Sam asked her to jump, and then jump over there. Corky's got it. Here comes our small jump. She's going to combo these two things behavior, and then she's going to dive down almost 40 feet. You guys can see her down there until she comes up in a giant jump. Very nice, Corky! Let's go ahead and give a big round of applause for Corky and Sam. They've been working so hard on that behavior. Well, thank you guys for hanging out and getting to watch our really cool learn session. Now, our last session we're going to take a peek at is exercise. So, the whales learn at different speeds just like you and I. They're all individuals. But exercise is a really great way to keep them mentally stimulated, while learning is a great way to keep them overall stimulated as well. Now, we're going to have all 4 whales join us out here to send you guys off on a really cool exercise behavior. For you guys, it's going to be an awesome time to see high energy killer whale behavior and a really fun session. You guys ready? Ready!